everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season.
It's the Dolphins going up against the Jets.
For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're under the command of their new signal caller for 2017, the 16-year veteran, now playing for his 8th NFL team, Josh McCown.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on first is McCown. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 4 catches, 62 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it's third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out come the Jets. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
The struggles of the New York Jets offense in 2016 were well documented. They struggled to run it, struggled to throw it. A lot of that because of inconsistent quarterback play. A big reason why they ended up 26 overall in offense in the NFL and went from 10-6 in 2015 to 5-11 in 2016.
Now McCown. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
When Cameron Wake lost his 2015 season to an Achilles tendon injury, you wondered, would he be able to make it back? Would he have the quickness? Would he trust the ability to drive off the line of scrimmage and rush the quarterback? It all came back for him in 2016. The rehab worked. Big, strong, fast, agile. Cameron Wake back to the Pro Bowl in 2016.
All right, now look at 56. That's Leopard. Leopard. Hurry up.
McCown throwing on second. Got a man. It's the rookie Ardarius Stewart. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
There are the numbers last week for Jay Ajayi. 19 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And that explosive run right there reminds me that last week ran the ball really well, so they're continuing to do what they did in the previous game, run the ball and run it successfully. Expect that to continue throughout this one. Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third, and the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I can never stump you on stats, but go ahead and let the people know. Who was second in the NFL 2016 yards per carry?
It was that man, Bilal Powell, right at 5.5.
He may have had to share some carries in the backfield with Matt Forte, but boy, he took advantage of his touches.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking from the gun, McCown, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kouamisi. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
In his 3rd year now, here's the punter, Matt Darr, to kick this away, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And let's look now at Josh McCown as we focus in on our player spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So McCown forced to depart. And coming in to take his place is the former Baylor Bear, Bryce Petty. First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Petty. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Neville Hewitt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. They go play action here on first down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Tannehill. Drops it off to Ajayi. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And some room to roam now. Space to run past the 20. A good pickup there at 22. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
11 more on that one and another first down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And a catch made by Leonte Carew. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now a first down following that long gain. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that's sails over the inline. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Tannehill on first down. The Fasano here brings it in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They run again with Ajayi. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On first down, it's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. Third down here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Frank's kick is good. And an update from up in Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Deshaun Watson, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Petty now. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. It's Jet football, but they trail here as 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this.
Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right near midfield. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but a clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tannehill to Landry, good for a Dolphin 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. but they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Patriot, here we go now.
Back to throw. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney.
This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Here's Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
No, Jack, Patriot, let's go. Green 39.
He's back to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No, Jack, Patriot. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell with time running out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as one on this one, and one was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for two there, either they felt like this is all we got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.